Hello boys and girls, this is Mr. Sherwin back with you again for lesson 2 of our math module 5, and just want to go over the lesson 2 objective with you. I'm going to read it for you, kind of go through some of the big words, tricky words, and explain them to you, and model something for you as well. All right, so here's the objective. The objective is lesson 2 objective: specify and partition a whole into equal parts, identifying and counting unit fractions by folding fraction strips. So let's start off here. Specify, which means kind of like point out, specify, say, there it is. These are the unit fractions. Now, and here is partition. We talked about this last week. Partition means to break apart a whole into equal groups, okay? So if you're breaking apart a whole into equal groups, you're going to partition it or make it into equal parts. So that's where that partition comes from. A whole, all right, isn't a hole that you put in the ground. That would be H-O-L-E. This is W-H-O-L-E, which is like I ate a whole pizza, or I had a whole pie after dinner. That makes the whole, whatever it might be, a candy bar or a pizza or something like that. Into equal parts. Equal parts means same size. It's all about fairness, okay? Identifying and counting unit fractions. Now, identifying means to point out. Say, like, there it is. There's a unit fraction. Unit fractions are the smallest part to the whole. So I have something cut into 2 pieces, the smallest part is a half. If I have something cut into 3 pieces, the unit is 1/3. That's the smallest part. And then down here it says folding fraction strips. Unfortunately, we're not going to be able to do that. But I will show you right now, using a fraction strip, how we can do that, or what they're talking about. If I just have a strip of paper here, this is construction paper. It's about 11 inches, 12 inches, whatever. If I want to find the halfway point, what we do is fold it in half. If I fold it in half this way, line up the ends, just kind of fold the half down here. When I open it back up again, I will have a crease in the middle. You can see that right there, the reflection of the window a little bit. That gives me 2 equal halves. So my unit fraction here is 1/2, okay? Now if I fold it back in half again, and then I fold it again this way, and press down on it, get this, I open it back up again, and I'll have 4ths. That's right. There's 4 equal pieces right there. And you can see the creases all are equal pieces apart. So here I've got unit fractions of 1/4, because each 1/4, 1/4, 1/4, and 1/4 make 4/4, which is my whole. And so I partition this into equal parts, and that's where that equal parts comes in right there. All right, and those are my unit fractions. I was counting my unit fractions. And the folding part, if you want to do this on your own, try for 4ths, 8ths, or even 16ths. You can keep folding it. But there's only so many times you can fold a piece of paper before it becomes too hard. Thirds would be done a little bit differently. Thirds, I'd have to kind of estimate this way and fold it over and kind of roll the paper around until I find that it's the equal parts, and then fold in those corners this way. And if I open it up, I'll have thirds. That's definitely more difficult, all right? But there's thirds, and my unit fraction would be 1/3, because 1/3, 1/3, and 1/3 makes 3/3, and that is a whole. So 1/3 is my unit fraction here. So today, our objective, again, would be to partition a whole into equal parts and find and count the unit fractions. All right, we're going to do that in a piece of paper next. Hang tight.